Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first. I can't believe it's the first one. It seems like we're doing this forever, but the first Thanksgiving special of Odd Shape channel. It's a little bit after Thanksgiving. We hope everyone had a great holiday. For those who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, we hope you just had a good weekend. But thanks for joining us. Real quick to say hello to everyone in the chat. But first off, my name's Tom.
My name's Kimber.
And we are happy to have a bunch of new people in the chat and a bunch of old-time friends. Real quick to run down, that's exactly how I can put it together. Run down who's in the chat. We got Corey, whose favorite Thanksgiving dish is his ex-wife's yams. Eric Ossemacher, who could eat a whole can of cranberry sauce. Billy answered me, but I didn't write it down. Nor did I write anyone else. Oh, wow. Chat's blowing up. All right. I better catch up before everyone calls in. Cal's also in the room. We also have Twin Moon, Cusco, Delisha, Megan, Sam, and Chase, Joseph, and TJ. Hey, everyone. Welcome.
So Tom Zambino had ribs this Thanksgiving.
Nice.
So that's his choice for this year. But traditionally, his grandma used to make homemade raviolis for the pasta, and that's his favorite.
That's cool. Italian Thanksgiving's like really, really good. I've been to a few.
Twin Moon Elder is a sucker for cornbread stuffing. I am with you there. That is delicious. Let me see if I can find anybody else's. Mine was my mom makes these Cornish game hens that are the best ever. And I like potatoes, mashed ones. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Joe says his food is anything spicy.
Billy likes his aunt's stuffing, so stuffing is a popular choice.
What it was. I also picked stuffing. I love it. Delisha goes for mac and cheese, while TJ goes to fried fish scallops. All right, let's calm down on the food, guys. We got a 3-hour show here. Real quick, thank you, Cusco, for subscribing to the channel. We really appreciate your support. And thank you, Corey, for telling your friends.
Wait, Joe said anything spicy.
I said that. Cusco says smoked turkey. See, now, my experience with turkey is that it's usually dry. So I'm curious, does the smoked turkey seem more tender, or does it dry it out even more?
Because they do the turkey in the oven at your grandparents' house, but they also
fry it. But I didn't even get any of the fried turkey this year.
I never do. Yeah, I never get any.
TJ says potatoes.
Yes.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew.
That's what I said.
My phone is dying, apparently. But, well, we have a bunch of callers possibly tonight. We already have a few lined up.
Eric Monroe. Hey, Eric. He's popping in. He's going to be in later, but we will put you on the list right now, buddy.
All right. Eric Monroe. All right. Well, hey, back at you, buddy. So, we got a bunch of questions.
Yeah, we got a few.
Do we want to go over them real quick to maybe ask for so people can prepare who are new?
Sure, we'll read them. Why don't we get the first caller coming in, and while we're waiting for them to come in, I will read the questions.
Okay, awesome. And before she reads the questions, sorry, I don't know why I was trying to hand you that. Oh my God, you could always check what the questions are before the show by looking at usually Kimber's Twitter. She usually posts them, and that's at
Kimberbatch, like Cumberbatch, but Kimber _OSP.
And I usually try to reblog them or retweet them at Odd Shape Panel. So I'm going to get the link. We're going to do one at a time callers. So for anyone new in the room who does want to call in, we got a list going. Everyone gets a turn. We're going to have the people click on the links who are set up. So first up is Corey.
Sam says that, Corey, follow that link. His uncle farms turkeys. Turkeys are so scary.
They're aggressive.
Yeah, when I lived in Central Florida, there was turkeys that were kind of wild near one of the places I lived, and I would wake up and go outside in the morning, and they would sometimes they would scare the crap out of me because they're huge and they're mean. So scary. Okay, so the questions that we're going to be doing tonight are: which TV or movie family would you basically want to join for Thanksgiving? Whose festivities would you want to be a part of? The second one is, what is your favorite Thanksgiving scene from TV or film? question is, if you were driving out of state for Thanksgiving, do you like as a road trip buddy? Or the fourth question, and again, you guys are free to answer any or all of these. We're going to ask you for all, but if you don't have an answer, don't feel like you're forced to answer any of them. What pop culture character deserves a float or balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
All right. So Corey, whenever you're ready, go ahead and follow that link. And Joe says they may not call in tonight because they feel warm over death. Joe in the chat. That's just poetry. Joe is just writing poetry.
They're saying like death warmed over. They don't feel good.
I don't think I've ever heard
That's because that's some Southern terminology, and I'm definitely familiar with that phrase.
I've never heard that turn of phrase. Tom Zambino, you are second on the list.
Hey,
Dobby is scary. Okay, Billy, real quick. So it's awesome that Kimber's brother got her this gift because it is cool. But I wake up, she shows this thing to me, and I threw a sock at her because I just wanted out of the house.
Little skinny legs and everything.
It's creepy. Like they could have at least made it smile. Like, come on. How's it going, Corey? How are you?
It's going pretty good today. It's all good.
Great. How's your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was actually quite awesome. I haven't done the Thanksgiving thing in a number of years. And so being here at my aunt's, she did the hell out of Thanksgiving this year. That was fun.
That's awesome. So did you have a chance to prep for these questions?
I have no idea. Just lay them on me. I'll see what comes out.
All right.
Give me 1 second.
The first one, I believe, was what family from pop culture would you like to sit down and have a meal with?
Oh, not the Lannisters.
Was that Lannisters?
Not the Lannisters.
Oh, not the. I was like, whoa.
You know what? I have a weakness for the Flintstones. I think I could hang with them. It doesn't come up very much, you know, my love of the Flintstones, but I do love them, and I would hang with them because they actually, all their fighting and stuff, they actually do know what Thanksgiving's about. You know,
yeah,
that kind of thing.
And turkeys are dinosaurs technically, so I wonder like how close they would taste. Like
I just don't want my Thanksgiving turkey going, it's a living.
That's true. That's true. You have like another bird with like a sawbill cutting the turkey, and he's like,
dark.
That did go a lot darker than I was planning.
Joe in the chat, because he's sick and they're not going to call in, he wants to participate in the Belcher Thanksgiving family. Bob's passionate about the holiday, and there's always some fun shenanigans ensuing. So that's a
there's always the Archer family too, because there would be some good drugs.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, I thought about like having Thanksgiving with the Archers, but I was like, man, the guest person always dies.
That's okay.
So,
fair.
Up in a rug, so I'm like, that was my answer. I settled on the Weasleys from Harry Potter.
Oh, they do. They do it well. Yeah.
I think that would just be fun. I'm used to big families, and I think at least there'd be more my age people, because I'm talking like end of the series Weasleys. I know we're down one, but maybe I'll fill that void. No, I'm not even comparable at all. But I think that'd be fun. And hey, I might even run into Harry or one of the others there. So that'd be
for
cool.
Sure. He's close with them.
Yeah.
To avoid picking Marshall and Lily for all of the answers tonight, because man, they have some great Thanksgiving episodes on How I Met Your Mother that I'll definitely be discussing. I have settled on the Bagginses family Thanksgiving. And I'm talking probably right around Bilbo's 111st birthday, towards the beginning of the Fellowship of the Ring. Because not only do you get Frodo and older Bilbo, who's full of fun stories, and obviously hobbits love to eat, and there would be copious amounts of food and partying and ale. You also get to have Merry and Pippin there because they are cousins. Twice removed and stuff like that, but still cousins to Frodo. And you might even have Sam there because he's their loyal gardener and he is also their buddy. So who doesn't want to go to that party?
For a second there, I'm like, why would Sam be there? He's in Australia, not New Zealand.
No, Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah, no, it took me a second, but I think it's also because I'm reading him and his stuff in the chat. But you guys are having a great time. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Let's get to question 2. You answered, right?
Ashley agrees with me. She knows what's up. And then you get second Thanksgiving, just to follow that up. Last thought about that. The second question tonight is, what's your favorite Thanksgiving scene from TV or film?
Oh, okay. I gotta be honest here because I wanted to say something about the Thanksgiving trailer in Grindhouse. Do that as much as I love it, but
say it. Didn't.
but that's just an honorable mention because that is funny. But I was watching Planes, Trains, and Automobiles the other day because it's Thanksgiving, and that's something you got to do on Thanksgiving. And at the end, when they John Candy, they bring him to the house, and he's all there with the family, and everybody's all happy. It goes right to my heart.
Nice.
I have to admit, I'm a sucker for Thanksgiving. More even though than Christmas. I love Thanksgiving.
That's
cool.
Cool.
I think it's like as much as I sorry to interrupt you. As much as I like Christmas as well, Thanksgiving seems a little less materialistic.
Mhm.
So it's like it's more about what I like about
Thanksgiving has some problematic history. That's where it gets
that's
hard
because
for me, but
we're not distracted by shiny objects on that day. Like
Exactly right.
everyone else is playing with their toys on Christmas, even though everyone's together. Thanksgiving, everyone's together, and there's nothing to do but watch football. I'm not watching football.
The decorations is what pushes it over to the Christmas side for me. But
Yeah.
I like the food with Thanksgiving, especially if you happen to be able to go to somebody's house who's a really good cook. Like,
Mhm.
I miss my mom's Thanksgiving badly. And my family's really small. It was usually just like me, my mom, my dad, and my brother at Thanksgiving. And that was like enough for me. It was very stress-free and there was plenty of food and it was all delicious. And I really enjoyed that. I do miss like Thanksgiving back home. Tom's
Yeah,
family.
my aunt rocked Thanksgiving this year, so that was fun.
Nice. Tom's family is huge and everything in it has onions, and that's rough for me.
It's true. For me, I might need a minute.
Oh, I
because
got one.
You got another one?
Heck yeah, the best Thanksgiving scene in all of television is the Slapsgiving, where the whole time they're worth who gets to do the slap. Like, you know, oh, I think you deserve to do the slap, Robin. No, Ted, you know what? You deserve to do the slap. And at the end, it comes back down to Marshall, and he does the slap face, and then he sits down at the piano, and he plays a song that he has prepared called You Just Got Slapped. And if you don't know the song, go watch it on YouTube after this episode because it's a classic.
I will.
And it's one of my favorite moments on How I Met Your Mother. Slapsgiving is a legendary Thanksgiving episode. Anything but that for this question.
I would also like to give an honorable mention because I didn't know if this actually counted, but in Christopher Titus, in his one-man show, Norman Rockwell is Bleeding, he describes Thanksgiving with his mom, and it's a classic. But I didn't know if it really fit, so I just want to give it an honorable mention. If you've never seen Norman Rockwell is Bleeding, go see it. It's amazing.
Yeah, Billy's following me up. My You Just Got Slapped in the chat. I know he also appreciates How I Met Your Mother. And Marshall Erickson is by far the best character on that show.
Oh yeah, I love Lily when she's, I need my sugar. I love Lily.
Yeah. Did you get one?
Yeah. So, if I remember correctly, I had to look it up to make
This
sure.
looks like Billy's gonna like this one too.
Yeah. So Smallville tackled a lot of different holiday episodes. The worst one was probably the one where Clark actually helped Santa save Christmas. That's where like they start to lose me on holiday episodes. But this is a Thanksgiving episode, and there's one in particular called Rage, where there's a bunch of stuff going on. It's more about like the end of the episode is where like finding like new family, because Jonathan had passed on at this point, and so Clark has to like take the turkey carving tradition, and Lois and Oliver are like at odds, which is like no one's surprised by that because we know Lois ends up with Clark.
Wait, what?
Yeah, spoiler alert. And I don't know, it was cool. The coolest thing was Lionel Luthor, who is one of my favorite characters from Smallville. He actually got to eat with the Kents, and I think Chloe was there too, but we're not going to focus on that too much. And yeah, so that's my answer.
Cool.
Billy says he likes Lexmas in the chat here.
Lexmas was all right.
The third question I'd is, if you were driving out of state for Thanksgiving, what character would you like as a road trip buddy?
Give me a second. Yeah, the doctor. The doctor. It's the doctor. It's always the doctor.
I feel like thematically, like if they make a point to like say that he doesn't stick around for like Christmas and Thanksgiving dinners, though he's making an exception.
He's just driving with me.
Which doctor?
The 11th. I love Matt Smith.
He's my favorite too.
Although he might drive
Cusco
you
in
crazy
the chat.
on a road trip.
Cusco in the chat says Goku because he has instant transmission. Guys, the question is like, who do you want to spend a few hours with on like an adventure, not who can get you there the fastest. Megan says Dean Winchester from Supernatural. I was actually going to say Dean Winchester.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Why with Dean Winchester?
Good music.
Good car.
Good car. And like, it depends. Like, am I a fan who has see it works with Supernatural because the fandom exists within the Supernatural world? So I could be like, look, man, I'm from what's your favorite episode?
French Mistake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, that's the universe I'm from, and like I can easily be like, okay, so I have questions. Like episode 2, you said
we were making jokes at Thanksgiving this year that we went to Dean Winchester's Dream Thanksgiving because like everyone in Tom's family showed up with a pie. Yeah, so there was like 11 pies just everywhere, and that was like just the ones that were visible.
I do love pie.
Yeah.
So Dean would probably bring the pie, I would assume.
Or that's why he would show up.
My choice for this one is once again Marshall Erickson. Preferably in his Fiero that only plays 500 miles because we've all heard the legendary stories of the road trip that Ted took with Marshall and how they became best friends, even though Ted is kind of awful and Marshall's the best. College Ted is the worst.
It'll be legendary.
I want to have an experience like that with Marshall. I think that he would just be somebody who would be endlessly fun to talk to, and you get to sing 500 miles at the top of your lungs. That song never gets old, and even if it does, it comes back again.
It's true.
That's my choice.
Yeah. Now I have it in my head. So real quick in the chat, now we have Chase singing it in the chat too. We had Ashley say Gus and oh no, I lost it. Psyched. Gus and the other dude.
Gus and the other dude.
You know, the main character.
They're gonna tell you, I'm sure, about chat.
What?
Megan says you can also sing at the top of your lungs with Dean.
That is true.
You can.
Sean and Gus. Delisha says Cisco from The Flash. That'd be fun. And he would also sing at the top of his lungs.
They said it was Sean. Is the other?
I said it.
Okay.
Megan also brought up a character from Attack on Titan because of their social awkwardness. I am not going to attempt to butcher that name.
I saw Ashley said she likes my shirt. That's got my besties on it.
I have a pair of besties on my shirt too. We're matching.
Well, we got one more question for Corey tonight. You want to do the last question?
Sure.
Okay, so what character do you think that hasn't had one before deserves a float or a balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
Oh.
And even if they've had one before, maybe an updated version of it, because like I saw like an old ass Superman one, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen one recently.
In the meantime, Chase Geyer shouted out Kermit the Frog as his road trip buddy, and that is an amazing choice. But there is a reason I did not choose Kermit on the last question.
Moving right along.
Yeah, no, the only thing that pops to my mind is Appa. I want to see a big giant Appa float from The Last Airbender.
Oh, that would be cool. That's that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that thing's cute. I don't anime, but I've seen that thing before.
What's actually Western anime?
Yeah, it's a Marinade.
It's anime themed.
It's a marinade.
That doesn't.
It sounds like
make
marinade.
Doesn't make it better.
It's American animation soaked in Japanese influence.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
Japanese spice.
But yeah, that's the
Kind
only
of
thing that
are-
comes to mind. Like, I really want to see an Appa float. That would be awesome. And I don't think
That
there
would
ever
be
has.
No, what
Do
is
you want me to
going on?
do mine?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the reason I didn't pick Kermit the Frog for the last round is because I have a Muppets answer for this one, but it's not what you would be expecting. Only been floats of Kermit the Frog and balloons and stuff of Kermit, so I think it would be cool to switch it up and make a balloon for the brand new Muppet that they have introduced in the Jason Segel movie. His name is Walter, and he is adorable. And the best thing about Walter is he's basically the symbol for every Muppets fan. Like, he just feels at home with these Muppets, and he wants to be one of them, and he succeeded in that. They kept him on the cast, and I think he would be great for
Yeah.
a balloon.
And if you look at modern ensembles of the Muppets, like doing like shows and stuff, you can see him in the cast. So like it shows that.
And I
he did
cried like a
succeed.
baby
Yeah.
bitch when I saw that,
Yeah.
actually.
The new Colonel singing Rainbow Connection, and he was there, and she was like Rainbow Connection and Walter.
Yeah, I lost it.
So a few cool mentions in the chat. Cal says Kakarot, so a lot of Goku love tonight. Chase said Slimer from the Ghostbusters.
That's a cool choice.
I like that
That
one.
would be good. Also, Eric
Megan-
Carter.
Yeah, he's round enough. I just
Yeah,
picture
Megan
like
says
a
Jack.
Jack.
Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas. That could
Oh,
be
yeah.
because he's so like
And it's-
spindly.
And it's in between, so you could do like I think I picture that more like a float where like there's like
Yeah, you
things
could
going
do,
on,
like a
and they're,
Halloween
like, and
town
in
float.
between, like they're like tearing down for Halloween and putting up for Christmas or
It's
something.
cute. I like it.
Um,
Joe says Fallout 2, Harold, Sam, Bob's getting bigger but not taking it over yet. Do you know what it's talking about there?
okay, I'm guessing Cal's just doing a Broly impression. What was your question? Sorry, I was reading Cal.
I was reading what Joe was saying.
Oh, I missed it.
Do we
Bob.
anyone else?
Fallout 2, Harold Sam. TJ Dex wants Dobby. Like a float.
This Dobby, the scary one?
Cusco insists that the llama version of himself would be the best version of a float.
But no touchy.
But no touching.
Yeah. My pick for this was Dustin from Stranger Things.
Aw.
I think like a little chibi version of Justin, maybe Dustin, sorry, with like maybe a little dart following him would be cute, or on his shoulder.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cute.
that's my pick.
I like it.
Then it goes when it turns corners.
All right. Well, that's all the questions.
No one said Pennywise in the chat. I'm happy about that because they all float.
That's because most of the people I brought with me hate clowns.
I'd also be down for a General Leia because in honor of Carrie Fisher, who is beloved to me, and I think that would be cool to have a part of that.
Yeah.
Like older badass Leia. All right, I think we're
I
kind
was
of
just
ready for the
thinking.
next caller.
I was thinking about a hologram, but I'm like, yeah, but if it's a hologram, I want OG Leia. So
Yeah. No,
uh,
I'm talking about been through some shit,
Yeah.
like getting shit done. General Leia.
all right, Corey. Well, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, I am at Geometroid on Twitter as usual. I am the co-host of the Tech Podcast with Mac and Kim, which my computer is finally coming. It will be here on Thursday. I'll finally be able to start editing again. That's awesome. Also, I'm all over the game fixers with my friend Mac. You can see me there a lot. And I don't have anything specific coming up on the game fixers, except I am on the Christmas episode of Gamer Grudge. So yeah, that's pretty much me. And yeah, that's it for me.
Cool. Well, thanks for calling in, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Have a great
Thank
night.
you for having me.
So Joe said a float of Steve Harrington's hair.
Ha! That'd be great. And then off of
Just
it
getting
is
sprayed by that.
off of it is Dustin with the hairspray,
Nice.
and that's the float.
So
that's the-
in the meantime, while we're waiting
Jack?
for our next caller, Jack couldn't be here tonight, but he did send me some answers. He said for the first question, he would want to have dinner with the Dietzes from Beetlejuice, but after the timeline of the movie. His second answer is his favorite scene is easily the one from Addams Family Values when Wednesday and company are forced to participate in a Thanksgiving parade. That's one of my personal favorites as well. I love Wednesday, and her attitude about Thanksgiving mirrors some of my personal feelings about the situation. So, yes. His road trip buddy is Foggy Nelson from Daredevil. I bet that dude would be fun to have on a trip. Funny and fun. His last answer is he wants a giant Thanos sitting on a space throne with his Infinity Gauntlet as a float. I could actually see them legit doing that. So those were Jack's answers. Hey, Tom.
Thanks, Jack.
Hey guys, I
How's it going?
thought I was next, so I popped in.
Yeah,
You are indeed. Got some answers for me?
I do have some answers for you. Let me just pull up the questions here.
Where were you on the night of...
I plead the
Never mind.
fifth.
Never mind. We avoid politics here.
Plead the fifth.
All right. Question 1. Which TV or movie family Thanksgiving festivities would you want to be a part of?
There have been some good answers, but with my Italian heritage, I have to pick The Sopranos. They have
Okay.
money. They're Italian. That's going to be one hell of a dinner. And the
Yeah,
best part is I'm not related to them, so I can leave afterwards.
that's true. All right. Question
It's mostly that sweet Italian dinner.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to some Italian dinners, and it's like, well, do I want turkey lasagna or turkey lasagna? Like,
The answer
there's
is yes.
so much going on.
And there's courses, and I love my classic Italian Thanksgivings.
For sure. I mean, if there's garlic bread, I'm a fan. I'm always going to eat garlic bread. Okay, what is your favorite Thanksgiving scene from TV or film?
Well, Corey already took the clear winner, which was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That end scene is fantastic. But since I can't, I'm going to give a shout out to Simpsons Thanksgiving, where Bart kind of ruins Thanksgiving, and then because of that, everybody blames him. He runs away, and
Right.
there's that touching moment at the end where Lisa finds him and he comes back and apologizes for Thanksgiving. So The Simpsons always been one of my favorite shows. So that's right up there with the feels of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Awesome, man.
I wanted to ask him while he's on what he thinks of my Walter, because he just watched the Jason Segel Muppets for the first time. Hear me?
Did you hear her?
What I think of her Walter?
Because
Like
she
Walter
picked...
as a float or a balloon for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Oh, that would be a pretty fantastic float. Just given that big hero moment that he kind of had at the end of the movie, that would be pretty awesome. And he was the star of that show.
And he could have his Kermit watch.
There's a whole other discussion going on. Just Muppet love. We should just do a Muppet podcast.
We have. We did a
No,
Jim Henson episode.
no. I mean, like every episode's a Muppet.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
The history of Sam Eagle.
Now, what you need to do is have an episode of Odd Shape Panel where you and Kimber are puppets of yourself.
I would do that in a heartbeat. That's a great idea. But let's not focus on it because I'm gonna pretend like we didn't bring it up so I can surprise people later if we ever do it. Question 3. If you were driving out of state for Thanksgiving, what character would you like as a road trip buddy?
Well, Delisha said Cisco, and that was going to be my pick, but then I decided to rethink, and I'd probably go with either Geordi from Star Trek or the Stig. Geordi for the conversation, the Stig for the very interesting music choices, and for the surely interesting routes he's going to take on the way to wherever the hell we're going. It certainly would not be a boring trip.
Now, would you let them drive your car?
I've seen the Stig drive. I do that. Geordi, hell no. I'm not sure he knows how to drive a car.
What did you think about Megan and my pick about Dean Winchester? How would you feel about that?
I mean, he's an awesome dude and has an awesome car, but the only caveat would be the reliability of Baby. I'm not sure how that old car is going to hold up, depending on how long you're driving. That would be the only caveat, but him being an awesome dude, it would be some great conversation.
Yeah, there's a lot of episodes where all he does is fix the car.
Yeah, you can't kill that one so much.
But I feel like if I'm not thinking about it ahead of time, if we were like driving to like my house for Thanksgiving or whatever, like of course we would run into like a ghost or something and have to stop and like I would die. Like I always see myself as like the fodder in these scenarios because that's
well, you are wearing a red shirt.
Really? Yeah. So you got.
You gotta get some stripes. You get the stripes on your red shirt, then he'll be fine.
I'm dead.
So last question tonight. What pop culture character would you choose to have a float or a balloon in Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
I already said Star Trek, so I'm going to say Star Trek again with the James T. Kirk float. Specifically, James T. Kirk fighting the Gorn from one of my favorite episodes, Arena. Basically a tribute to the classic James Kirk double fist punch. Just that in a float of him fighting the Gorn, ridiculous outfits and all. That would be an awesome float.
Very cool. Yeah, that sounds fun. All right. Well, that's all the questions for tonight. Did you have anything that you wanted to plug?
Yeah. If you tune in, if you go to Game Fixers, like Corey mentioned, I actually won Gamer Grudge tonight. So that,
Congrats.
not to spoil that, but yeah, that was a really fun episode. It was good to argue PC gaming for once. So go check that out on Game Fixers. I just recently did an episode of Cars and Popcorn on Batman. So you and Tom were on there as well. That was a really fun show. I'm hoping to maybe do some more specials like that. And coming up this Sunday, our usual time of 3 o'clock, we have an extra special episode because it's the day before my birthday. So we have a mystery guest and a mystery topic. And my only hint is that it won't be mediocre.
Yeah, you said that before, and I still don't know what it is. The Riddler is at it again.
Maybe that'll be the picture. They'll always have a picture of Jim Carrey as the Riddler as this week's preview.
Nice. All right. Well, definitely everyone should go check that out. And thank you, Tom, for calling in. It's always nice to see you.
Always nice to talk to you guys. Have a good one.
Billy is up next. So whenever you want to call in, Billy, I'm sure he'll be here in like 2 seconds. He's usually pretty good with that.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, here he is.
5 seconds.
I heard it trying to call your phone too. Hey, Billy, what's up?
What's up, guys? It's been a little bit.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
been a long time.
Let me pull up these questions. I'm curious to see where you're at with this. Let's get right into it. Which TV or movie family's Thanksgiving festivities would you want to be a part of?
Well, this is kind of hard because, much like you, I love How I Met Your Mother. Like I know every in-joke and everything. I would say that whole crew, but it did say family. So I'm just going to do the one where it would just be, everything would just go wrong. It'd be hilarious. And that is the Belcher family from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, Joe's choice as well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously something would go wrong. It's Bob's family, of course. I mean, everything goes wrong at his restaurant, and I love it. Just as long as like Tina would probably bring something at the very end, or I think there was an episode where they did a Christmas Vacation sort of parody with the turkey getting burnt. But yeah, I would choose the Belchers. It was really hard for me not to choose the How I Met Your Mother crew, but I'm sticking with my choice.
Yeah, shout out while you're here to How I Met Your Mother when they did the reprise of You Just Got Slapped and Boys to Men were actually on the show singing it. That was pretty classic.
That was awesome.
Yeah, TJ in the chat says he loves your stash, and Joe is saying yes to your choice of the Belchers.
Thanks.
So, getting some love in the chat.
I might actually keep the stash. I don't know. It's getting I'm getting attached to it.
Nice.
Stashed.
Oh, jeez. Question 2 is, what is your favorite Thanksgiving scene from TV or film?
Well, Corey took my original answer, which was the ending to Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the greatest Thanksgiving movie of all time. So I decided I always come up with backup answers. And I chose Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And it's just when they're just eating dinner because more famously, the Christmas, the Christmas special is more famous and it's one of the greatest of all time. But the Thanksgiving special is also pretty good. And pretty much every Charlie Brown special is phenomenal. I love these characters. I had a big booklet of the Charles Schultz comics that I would read all the time. I don't know where it went, but yeah, just when they're at the ping pong table and they're trying to get everything ready. Peppermint Patty gets angry in one scene, and it's really awesome about toast and how it's prepared. But it's just a really nice. It's a nice simple scene that I like because
Nice.
it's very hard because there's not many Thanksgiving centered things in like movies, sometimes in TV, like with Friends or How I Met Your Mother. But yeah.
Yeah, you're getting some love in the chat too. Megan says, finally, thank you. I love Charlie Brown. And Corey says, Charlie Brown with a smiley face. Joe went on a tangent here about the Belchers. He says, whether it's a Turkpocalypse or Bob sleepwalking and dreaming of potty training Tina, but substituting it with a turkey, there's always extra helpings of shenanigans in a Belcher Thanksgiving. You won't be hungry for entertainment. So Joe's
Right
backing
there.
you up.
I have infected you all with my puns. My master plan has come to fruition.
Speaking of puns, Punisher Thanksgiving, pretty cool.
Question 3. If you were driving out of state for Thanksgiving, what character would you like as a road trip buddy?
Would have to be somebody that's reliable, will keep you entertained, and is just an all-around nice person. That's how I perceived it. So I chose Samwise Gamgee from Lord of the Rings. Sam is awesome. He's prepared. He's got probably awesome stories. And this is like after Return of the King. So, I mean, I feel like he would have a lot more interesting stories like the road to Mordor. And yeah, he's an awesome guy. Sean Astin really brought it. That's the Sam I love. He's probably my favorite character in the entire Lord of the Rings series, next to Bilbo, of course.
He'd be probably happy just not to have to walk.
Yeah, I was thinking the trip wouldn't seem that long to him. He probably has some ways to kill time after doing such a long
He would also have the culture shock of seeing what a car is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, pretty much like any Sean Astin, Sam type character too. Like Bob is great for a lot of the same reasons in Stranger Things with Sean Astin. But yeah, you were describing your ideal person. It just sounded like you were talking about Marshall Erickson again to me. So. Oh
no, it was really hard also not to pick Marshall. I tried doing no How I Met Your Mother answers because I wanted to do How I Met Your Mother for all of them. Slapsgiving. Although the greatest character you mentioned was Marshall for you. For me, it is Barney Stinson.
No.
Aha.
That's just all I have to say about that.
You know what? At least it's not Ted. Let's just admit that Ted got really bad at the end.
Yeah, and since Ted is telling the story, I think he's projecting a lot of his stuff onto Barney. Not to say that Barney isn't guilty of some of the stuff he does, because he does a lot of shady stuff.
Oh no, I'm not saying that Barney isn't without his faults. I love
but I also think because Ted narrated also using him as a scapegoat.
No, I mean like even Ted I like. They all, but some characters are better than others. And Marshall is definitely one of mine.
Yeah, Marshall's the best guy. Like, I like Barney, and a lot of that is due to the charisma and likability of Neil Patrick Harris. Yeah. But I've just known people who are actually like Barney Stinson. So to say that he's the best character, I'm like, nah. Like, I know that guy. He's not. He's actually the worst. Like, it's funny to watch on TV when you're not there, but to actually be stuck with him, nah.
Like, so you know people that you have no idea what their jobs are, and they just go, haha, please.
I'm more talking about the personality type.
No, I understand. I understand that.
I definitely know people like that.
You
Let's got one more question.
Just real quick, a word from your sponsor. Our cat's just standing under our Christmas tree and meowing. See, there she goes.
Mavis.
I probably can't hear her on the thing. Okay, one more question for you tonight. What pop culture character deserves a float or balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
Okay, this is another tricky one because there have been many, many characters that have gotten parade floats, including, if we want to go back to Charlie Brown, Snoopy had his own float. I remember one year that they even had a beagle like on the float underneath it, and it was adorable. And I was just like, yay, because Snoopy is a beagle. But I thought, okay, what's a character everybody really likes? I don't know has had a float yet. And let's just go with the Macy's Day Parade because that's the biggest Thanksgiving parade. So I went with Iron Man because I feel like he's deserved it. It literally has changed the game. I mean, the first Iron Man and what Robert Downey Jr. did, because it's one of those parts that I feel was tailored to that actor specifically. Like Robert Downey Jr. was made to be Tony Stark because he is Tony Stark. Like even before he got the part of Iron Man, he was that guy. And I feel like it would be pretty awesome to see a giant float of him like flying through the air or something.
Yeah, characters that fly work really well for the floats too. Like,
I think a big reason he worked for Tony Stark too was that Robert Downey Jr. up until that point kind of had a hard go at his career with some life choices he made in his life like that. And Tony Stark was the same way. Like, he had his flaws and addictions, and to see someone emulate that while also showing off their best features was really cool. They kind of buried that in Iron Man 2, but that was like demon in the bottle almost that they kind of addressed, which I don't know, works.
Yep, that's all the questions.
Cool.
Did you have anything you wanted to plug today, Bunny?
So hold on one second. I'm looking in the chat. I totally forgot. I was gonna give a Gurgi impression for Sam because he loves the Black Cauldron. It's a mixed bag for me, and Gurgi is also a mixed bag. But basically, Gurgi sounds like this with the. I can't think of it.
So it's like a golem.
Yeah, he's
Pretty
just
much.
he's like
Oh, Gurgi is doing bad things, master. It's a quite annoying character. He's just a little furball, but he's super fun to impersonate. So there you go, Sam. Now you can stop pestering me, and you can just come up with whatever weird shit comes in your head.
It's like if I think Gurgi is Gollum wearing like a Scottish Terrier costume.
Yeah.
But did you have anything you wanted to plug real quick, buddy?
Yeah, I just did a podcast with our good buddy Raul. It was his show, the Monday show, with him and his buddy Troy. That was a lot of fun. We talked Justice League, and it was like a 3-hour long podcast, but it went by like super fast, and I can't wait to talk Gravity Falls with them. So I got that coming up. I don't know when exactly. I just got to keep pestering Troy to actually finish the show. And yeah, you can always find me on Twitter at bbusterbill. I am a frequent caller here at Odd Shaped Channel. And I love you guys.
We love you
Have
too,
a good
buddy.
night.
Later.
Right. Eric Ossemacher is up next.
Hi, Mavis.
The secret identity of Hat Boy. Not secret anymore. I'm the villain.
Hello.
No hat.
Yeah, I don't deserve my hat. But that performance from Gamer Grudge.
Oh no.
Ugh.
Well, whenever you're ready to put the hat back on, is there like currently like in your city a battle for the hat? Like there was a battle for the cow?
Actually, legitimately, I don't know where I put my hat. So.
Oh no.
it's somewhere. Oh, it's all the way back there.
Did you
Hold on,
frisbee
I'll
it?
go grab it.
He's going to get it.
See, the thing
Hat
is,
boy
I just wanted to
live.
make a joke and then put it back on, and then I forgot that I left it over there. So, all right, okay. So, hey guys.
All right. So let's get into these questions. I'm curious to see what you got for us tonight. Which TV or movie family's Thanksgiving festivities would you want to be a part of?
So I thought a lot about this, and for a long time I'm just like, well, what am I going to choose? What am I going to choose? And then I decided to go with the West Allen family from the Flash TV series, because there's 2 speedsters in that family. They're probably going to have more speedsters there. That means that there is going to be a metric ton of food. So just imagine how much food it would take to feed all of those speedsters, and then just like, yeah, dig in.
Nice. Our second question is, what is your favorite Thanksgiving scene? My question says, what is your favorite? That's how I posted it. Damn it. What is your favorite Thanksgiving scene from TV or film?
I'm going to go with one that aired literally this Thanksgiving, but on the latest episode of Arrow. Spoilers if you haven't watched it. Also spoilers for the entire season, because throughout the entire season, there are a bunch of different plot lines, and the scene starts with it's Diggle in the hospital and him having a conversation with Oliver, and Oliver's just about to leave, but then he finds out that Thea has finally woken up from her coma, and then it's Thea, Oliver's son William, and Oliver, obviously, all gathering around Thea's hospital bed to have a nice welcome back introduction Thanksgiving meal right there in the hospital room, and I think that was a nice, touching way to end the episode.
Nice.
It's cool. You have a question from Joseph, but
Yeah,
first-
I can see that.
Good job.
Yeah, it probably would be a little bit better with the West Allen family from Young Justice, but I just had, just actually thinking of, being there with Joe West would probably push it over because there is no Joe West in Young Justice. So having Joe West there, possibly also having Cisco there, kind of tilts it more in the CW favor than the Young Justice favor. But then again, there's Young Justice Wally, so.
Yeah, and I mean, he can't even catch a break on his birthday. What makes you think he's going to catch a break on Thanksgiving?
True. I mean, Oliver didn't get a break on Thanksgiving. Let me tell you.
Nobody does, man. I worked on Thanksgiving.
If you were driving out of state for Thanksgiving, who would you want to have with you as a road trip buddy?
Now, I really did not intend to have this continue to be superhero themed questions, but I'm going to go with Richie Foley from Static Shock because he's just a really interesting dude with some really interesting powers, and he'd probably use his backpack to drive the car itself, and that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I was thinking he would be fixing your car as you drove it.
Mm-hmm. He'd put like hover boosters on the wheels. It'd be amazing.
He should have his own Pimp Your Ride series.
Yeah, Gear Your Ride.
Funny.
All right, and the last question tonight is: what pop culture character deserves a balloon or float in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
So I definitely looked this up to make sure that it didn't exist yet, but the absolute character that deserves a float in the Thanksgiving Day Parade right now is Steven Universe, because he is a character that literally floats. He literally has floating powers, so it would just make that much sense to actually have a nice Steven balloon just going up with the shirt up a little bit, showing his gem. That'd be awesome as it's flying over. It'd be a good float. Good float.
Yeah, I think the style would lend itself well to a balloon too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be super adorable with like his eyes all like animated out and
it might even have the star pupils too. You never know.
yeah, that's what yeah, I don't know. That show's aesthetic is really interesting.
It is.
But that's all 4 questions.
Yep.
So what do you got to plug?
So obviously there's a little bit of an echo there for a sec. My weekly show where I recap episodes of Young Justice has made its triumphant return. I was the only one on it last week. Well, yesterday. I forgot it was yesterday. It feels like it's been so long, but it was literally yesterday. Made its return. Next week we are talking about episodes 3 and 4. Probably still going to be talking about episodes 1 and 2 because Joe's going to be hopefully coming back and giving his thoughts. Hopefully, Tom, you'll be there.
Yeah, I just gotta find the episodes. It's harder now.
I'll send you a link.
All right. I hope I can afford the streaming service that
Yep.
I will have to pay for.
Yeah, it's really expensive, but you'll manage.
So
Oh,
in the
boy.
chat, Delisha is requesting a Mavis float.
A Mavis float would be pretty cool.
Dub wants a Magilla Gorilla balloon. I assume he wants it atomically correct. Anatomically correct.
Anatomically correct Magilla Gorilla.
Radiating. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Eric. We hope you have a great night.
Oh, also, before I forget, I will have an announcement about the future of my Nuzlocke series Bunklock coming at some point. There will be an announcement. I'm announcing the fact that there will be an announcement. I announced it also on Gamer Grudge. I announced it on Just Whelm. There will be an announcement eventually.
This cat is just
Stop,
falling.
Mavis.
Stop falling.
All right.
Okay.
All right. See you guys.
Sorry, I'm distracting. We'll see you later,
Have a
buddy.
good night.
Bye.
And speaking of Gamer Grudge, hello Mac. Thanks for joining us.
Cal is up next.
Be sure to check out the performance between Tom Zambino was on there, right? And
Eric.
And Eric. I'm not sure who the third fighter was, but definitely check that out. Game Fixer should be on the side panel there, and if it's not, refresh the page, and it should show up. It's on random. So
Cal would be next.
So go ahead and hit that link, Cal. That's all you. We got 19 viewers in the room. Thank you so much, everybody, joining us. We're having a great time, and we hope you're having a good time, too. If you're not in the chat, you're more than welcome. Join us. And the only person who's going to bite probably...
Hello?
Hey, Cal, how's it going?
What's going on?
It's dark in there, buddy.
I don't want a product place, but I can tell someone to turn the lights up, but all right. Sorry, I don't have my normal lighting rig. I just took it out from after Gamer Grudge.
No, it's all good. We can see you. All right. You ready for these questions?
Yeah, I had no answers for any of them, so I'm just going to make them up right now.
All right. Which TV or movie family's Thanksgiving festivities would you want to be a part of?
Probably the Summers family, and include the Scoobies from Buffy, all of them. I think that would be fun. I don't know. I think they have a good close-knit like family relationship, even though there's only two. Well, one of them technically, but there's kind of a second one, and then the rest of them fill in his family. So, and I'd have Spike there too because he's got to be part of it.
Yeah,
no
I'd
Angel.
probably be hanging out with Giles. Giles seems like the most interesting person in that room.
Well, Spike is awesome. What are you talking about?
Spike's cool too, but it depends. Like, is this chip in the brain Spike, or is this after gaining a soul Spike?
I don't know. I think they're all good versions of him because there's some funny things he says because he can't like punch her when he has this thing in it, so he just like uses his words and they're pretty funny. And I don't know.
Yeah, he just ends up getting punched. He's not very smart about it.
Yeah.
All right. So, question 2.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving scene from TV or film?
All right. I could not think of any. I don't know any movies or any shows that had Thanksgiving. I'm sure there's tons of them, but I just can't think of them off the top of my head. So I'm going to say any football game that I've watched on Thanksgiving. So that's my answer.
Okay.
Because I got to go with the sports angle because Thanksgiving is always fun about, like, you know, that was one of my questions I submitted was about, you know, football, food, or family.
We don't sports, man. You know that.
Closest thing's Quidditch, man.
Yeah. If you were driving out of state for Thanksgiving, what character would you like as a road trip buddy?
The Rock. I think he'd be cool because he could sing, entertain me with like impressions and all this other kind of stuff.
So just The Rock as himself?
No, like The Rock, not Dwayne Johnson. Like
okay.
The Rock, the WWE character, The Rock.
Interesting.
So
he does promos.
if you guys are driving a Thanksgiving dinner together, how long would it take until he could
It
smell?
doesn't matter how long it would take. Was that what you want me to do? Or did you want me to say how long it took for me to smell what The Rock was cooking?
Smell.
Oh,
To
sorry.
smell what he's cooking.
I thought you wanted the other Rock bit.
Nope, I was going one direction. You went the other. I thought you were gonna say Braun.
Braun? Oh.
Thrones would be another good one.
Oh, yeah.
think-
I'm trying to keep it out of Game of Thrones world.
Okay.
I'm trying to like make it like all new answers I've never done before, I think.
Okay.
I like how everybody like has these mini challenges for themselves.
Yeah.
I'm not like that at all. I'm like, I have to pick my favoriteest thing. Like,
I think
no
I
matter-
picked the Scoobies before, but I don't know. Not sure.
Well, I think you were trying to summon Candace.
Yeah, I wish.
She'll probably come in eventually because she hears it.
The busy lady. All right, last question for today. What pop culture character deserves a float or balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
I'm gonna go with Vegeta because I hate Kakarot, and that's what I was trying to say in the chat, but no one got it.
I thought
And
you were
Vegeta-
doing the Broly bit.
No. Vegeta gets no love. So
I love it. He's my favorite.
he's my favorite too, and like I just feel like too people play up Goku, so I feel like Vegeta would be nice to have, or like a Majin Buu
feel
one
like-
that where it keeps
I was
getting
gonna
bigger
say-
as it's going. It would eat all the other floats and get bigger, and I think that'd be hilarious too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Majin Buu would be more appropriate because it's Thanksgiving. He eats everything. He looks like a float. But yeah, I'm loving Vegeta and Super right now. But that's a discussion.
I'm not that far yet because, as you know, now they just finished the I gotta watch the dub one. I mean, I don't watch the subtitled one. I watch the dub one. So they just finished the tournament where they summon the dragon.
6 and 7.
What? Yes, yeah.
6 versus or the four part or just 6 versus 7.
6 vs 7, and then now like this little guy came and said, "Oh, I want to have a bigger tournament than this."
Yeah, Zeno. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
That's
I
his
think
name.
it's really cool.
Yeah, so that's where I'm up to now.
All right. Raditz gets no love because Raditz sucks.
Radish sounds like radish.
Saiyaman? What? Simon?
The Great Saiyaman.
Saiyaman? No. The little green dudes.
Oh, Saibas. Saibas.
Saibas, yeah. They're stronger than Raditz. Like, they're vegetables. Anyway, I guess they're all vegetables. But do you have anything you'd like to plug, Cal?
Yeah. Oh my God. Like I had to go through so much in Gamer Grudge. Oh, we did Gamer Grudge today. We
Okay.
have next week, which you're fighting on Gamer
Yeah, I
Grudge for
forgot.
the championship between you, Mac, and Kim. Not Kim next to you, but the other Kim. And then tomorrow we have Encrypted. We're talking about Area 51. Thursday we have our Get Psych special with the Davises, Joe and Ashley, and Joe Chincherik. Friday I'll be releasing a new Flashpoints. And I think that's it for now. But then obviously every day I stream Kingslaying, which I'm doing Skyrim now. I'm doing pretty bad in it because I never played it before, but it's funny to watch me. So I get a lot of people giving me backseat playing, but it's fun. I like it.
I just went on that to just do ridiculous stuff, so I might not be the best. I'll be like, all right, now steal all the bowls.
That's what I do. I don't say I steal it. I say I'm borrowing it permanently, so it's not as bad because I just start like robbing everything when they're not looking. But it's fun.
Nice.
All right.
Awesome.
I hope you guys everyone had a good
All right, well-
Thanksgiving. Everyone here. So.
Yeah, and I hope your parents had a great Thanksgiving.
Oh, they did. And
Did it keep-
Darwin was excited to see us come home because he didn't get to come this year. So, but he's coming to Christmas with us, so that's gonna be exciting.
Nice.
All right, man. Well, we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, Ashley, I did. Okay.
Yeah, Ashley.
Meanwhile,
See you in 25 years.
Yep.
Ashley's saying her feed cut out. Is anybody else having that problem? Can you see us? Can you hear us? They're already cheering you on for Gamer Grudge. So next on the
Major
list is Twin Moon Elder, if they want to come in, or Kuzco. So let us
Cusco
know.
left.
Okay. Let us know if you want to come in, Twin. And if not, Megan's on the list. Megan, do you want to come in? And if not Megan, then Sam.
Yep.
So let us know. I know there's a little delay between the live feed
Yeah.
and the chat, so we got to give it a second. I'll pull it
They're
up on
saying
here.
their feed's okay.
Okay. Good. I don't know what's going on for Ashley. That stinks. Raul is asking if he can be next. That's going to depend on if everybody else in the room is okay with it. Are you going somewhere, Raul?
He's going places, babe. Merle has nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, Megan, I have no problem with that if you want to come in. I guess in the meantime, if Raul has to come in, let's put Raul in, and then we'll
Okay.
get Megan in.
Raul, just hit this link in the chat, and then after that, we'll
We'll see Twin answer, right?
I'm not sure if Twin usually wants to call in.
Okay, let's get Raul. Click that link, Raul.
You gotta click that link. You gotta click that link. Oh, now Sam wants to fight Raul. Fight.
Hey guys!
It's really cool. Thanks. Acknowledging our journey.
Wait. Let me put on my
Hey, buddy, how's it
earphone
going?
that I can hear you.
Sweet boy Raul.
Yeah, hear us.
Hey,
I'm not talking.
how are
Where-
you guys?
You in the upside down? What's going on?
No, I'm on my phone.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Well, you know that I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, so it was a normal weekend.
Well, I hope it was a good weekend still. Did you do anything cool?
No, I was working. I was
Really?
working, and then I went to see a lot of movies because I had coupons. I went to see Lady Bird. I saw Call Me By Your Name. I went to see Coco twice. And
Doesn't sound like your
Coco.
weekend was fun.
Oh yeah, but for me, like when you said like if I did something different, it's like maybe like I went to a nightclub or like the beach or something. Like for me, my schedule is always working and going to the movies. That's my regular schedule.
Alrighty. Before we get into the, I just have one request of you, Raul. Just try to keep your camera still because I just went for a ride. Oh God. Okay. So question 1: what TV or movie family's Thanksgiving festivities would you want to be a part of?
That's a good one. I would like to be part of the Modern Family, the Modern Family traditions, because all of the different parts of Modern Family, like you can be with the grandfather that is Al Bundy, Ed O'Neill, or you can be, and also like trying to deal with Sofia Vergara. She's not good with cooking, and then you can deal with Mitchell, and I always forget the name, Mitchell and Cam, and they're always in their stupid problems in with their Chinese girl, and then you can also deal at the last with the Pritchett's. There's the daughter and the dad and the 3 children, and so that's a big Thanksgiving that I would like to be a part of because it's the different cultures, the different ways that they celebrate Thanksgiving, but they're all a big family, and so that will be fun. Especially because they live in like the Malibu, I think, or like on like the Beverly Hills, so they're wealthy, and so that will be a fun Thanksgiving to be at.
I never really followed the show, but I've heard good things about it, and I've heard you bring it up a lot of times. So obviously,
Yeah, I have seen every episode since the beginning, like week to week. I have seen all 9 seasons since 9 years ago.
9 seasons. Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of seasons, what is your favorite Thanksgiving scene from TV or film?
Oh, even though like it's a little like cliche, but it's the Slapsgiving. It's Slapsgiving, and also another scene from How I Met Your Mother. I love the first Thanksgiving episode when Robin and Ted they go like to do charity work, and then they found out that Barney is doing it, but he's paying for parole. And then I like when Lily stumbles into Marshall's family and they're making like that big ass cake with some like mayonnaise and meat. It's really disgusting. And then there's when she reveals that she maybe might be pregnant. And also the last scene of that episode when it says, "Oh yeah," like the name of and this is and then kiss. That's how I met your mother. That she's marrying like a dancer. I started dancer, and the kids were I like, what? No, no, kids, it's a lie. That's not your mother. Even though Ted revealed the name of the mother since like the first episodes of the show.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I mean, Slapsgiving is just so memorable, but now that you're like talking me through the episodes, that one sounds familiar. I never really rewatched the beginning season.
Yeah, that's season 1. I think that's like episode 9, I think, or 8. It's one of my favorites from How I Met Your Mother. That first Thanksgiving episode.
Um, 3. Out of state for Thanksgiving, what character would you like as a road trip buddy?
I know that it's gonna be also cliche, like Kimber said, like you want to answer your favorite things, but I would love that if Dean is my road trip buddy. Dean Winchester has to be my trip buddy, and anytime Castiel can pop up in the car and said you're doing this the wrong way and like you have to go this way, so he will be like our GPS.
Dude, we'll carpool together. Me, you, and Megan. We'll get Dean to drive, and then Cass can pop in whenever there's room.
Yep.
You didn't say Dean, so you
I mean,
don't get invited.
the car was pretty comfy because, again, the 3 of us were in.
Oh yeah, the 3 of us alone fit in the front seat, so we can get a bunch of people in that boat.
Yeah.
Oh, the other benefit of when we sit in the Impala, like you know that I have like really large legs, so my legs were in heaven. Like with
Nice.
the pedal and the brakes, I was like, this car is heaven. Like it's 100% approved. If I win the lotto, it's one of my plans. If I win the lotto, I'm gonna buy me a 1967 Chevy Impala, and like gonna put a new motor and everything, and that will be one of my first cars if I become a millionaire.
Yes. I have to go creepy fangirl for a second too, but I feel like sitting in the back seat behind Dean Winchester, I feel like he looks like he smells really good, and you would just have his wafting on you. It might just be me. Sorry, guys.
I'm totally agreeing with that because I'm sure that Dean is the one that smells nice. Like, I'm sure that Sam smells bad, especially because he's a vegan, so he has to smell bad. Hey, I have met a lot of vegan people here,
Vegans
and
aren't
they smell
hippie.
like crap.
Shots fired.
Oh, Raul.
Shots fired.
Spicy Raul here.
Hey, I haven't been in OSP for like 3 weeks, so I needed to come back with an iron fist.
The immortal Iron Fist. What pop culture character deserves to be a float or balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
That's a good one. And that's a hard one because a pop are not a float. Yeah, I cannot think of anything, so I will say Castiel. Like everybody will think, oh my God, it's an angel, like a Christmas angel. And all of Supernatural will say, no, that's Castiel, bitch. That's an angel from Supernatural.
Would he have wings?
Yeah, well, he will have wings, and he will have the trench coat. He will have the black wings from season 4. Like he will be Castiel from season 4.
Nice. That's my favorite version of him.
Yep.
The orgy.
Especially, yeah, the OG Castiel, especially with the voice that he really had, like, really OG, and I saved you for perdition. Like,
I heard he wasn't supposed to be a regular character. He was only supposed to be in that season. So
No,
he
like,
watched.
Yeah, Eric Kripke said that only Misha was hired for like 5 episodes, I think.
And he was like, "Oh well, Dean does a voice, so I'll do a voice." And he wishes he never did the voice because now he's done it for so many seasons that like. So, but he's stuck doing the voice forever now.
Yeah.
That's all the questions.
Well, I know you got a bunch of stuff going on, Raul. What would you like to plug?
Oh, I would like to plug my podcast, the Monday show that I host with Troy Luxon. Today's episode, we had Nolan as a guest. We were talking about Coco and all of the recent movie releases. And then also, I'm plugging the Tough channel, even though we're on break, but go and watch the last episodes and also support this channel so much. I'm a proud producer of this show and the channel.
Raul is our Patreon producer. We always appreciate it.
Yeah,
We do
and
have
like
a Patreon.
yeah, and also just a reminder, like as Nolan reacted, I'm so excited. I'm gonna see the Disasters on Thursday. One of the benefits of living in LA. I'm gonna see it early. Yay!
Nice. Well, we hope you have fun, buddy. And
thank you.
Bye.
I thank you guys so much. I miss you every day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Glad you're having fun
Bye.
in LA, man.
Thank you. Bye.
So Megan is next. If Megan wants to come in.
Kus-
Disclaimer. Megan's smell. That is Raul's personal opinion and not the opinions of Odd Shape Channel.
Raul's opinions do not reflect the opinions of. That's funny. Was Cusco before Megan? Because she's saying if Cusco wants. Okay, Cusco doesn't. Never mind.
So Megan, if Megan wants to come in.
Megan, all you have to do is click this link right here.
And if Megan doesn't want to come in, it's Sam.
So we'll see how this goes. It's always nice having new callers. Cusco does not want to call in at all. Eric, you must have missed it.
That's Raul's opinions, not the opinions of Odd Shape Channel.
It got very controversial for a second. So
I am hungry with all this food talk,
I
I
know.
gotta say.
What are you guys doing? I shouldn't have done this.
Is it Nugget Mondays today?
It's not Nugget Monday.
It's Totes Nuggets
we
Mondays.
just went to Subway.
Yeah. They don't have nuggets there.
All right.
Hi, Megan.
Hey,
How
How's
are
it
you?
going?
I'm doing okay. How about y'all?
Doing great. Welcome to the show.
Let me mute y'all on the other side. There we go.
All right, so question 1.
Or movie family's Thanksgiving festivities would you want to be a part of?
Well, I'm gonna change all my answers since y'all already know it. I'm gonna have to choose the Harry Potter and the Hogwarts to see everything on the ceiling change, themes and all that. Just to have all the Harry Potter crew on there, just hanging out. That would be awesome. And you have any kind of food you want, just appear.
Do you have a house that you've been sorted into?
I don't know. I'm stuck between, of course, Gryffindor or Hufflepuff.
Nice.
I like
We have some
Hufflepuff.
Gryffindors and Hufflepuffs in the house for sure. They'll be on that in the chat.
Everyone bands together.
Sorry, Dub is distracting me in the chat. What's your favorite Thanksgiving scene from TV or film?
I would have to say Meet the Parents, where they're all sitting down and it gets kind of awkward. And then, of course, you know who messes everything up and it just goes haywire from there. So it'd be kind of funny just to see it all go down.
Yeah, it's like a Rube Goldberg machine of disaster.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so if you were driving out of state for Thanksgiving, what character would you like as a road trip buddy?
Well, you already know my answer to that, but I'll choose something else.
Dean.
Well, you know I like Dean. But fine, I'll switch it up. Sam Winchester.
There you
Switch
go.
up.
Because Dean would be driving anyways. So.
Yes,
Sam
sure.
is lonely. Everybody called dibs on Dean, so Sam needs a friend too.
We can call in
And
Crowley.
what would you like about Sam?
Oof. That's a hard one, but
No, he's not.
um,
He's health conscious. He's not a vegan.
I guess he has eaten a burger when he's had to, right?
For sure.
probably just I would choose Dean, Sam, and Crowley to see the awkwardness. And of course, you got to hear Crowley say his bollocks. That's always funny.
I think if I was picking a non-Dean Winchester supernatural character, I would pick Bobby for sure.
That broke my
Digits.
heart, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I love Bobby, and he's just like so full of information and fun to be around and can get you out of a sticky situation. So
Yes,
shout out to Bobby for sure on that one. Question tonight: what pop culture character deserves a float or balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
See, this one was hard for me, but it's not really a person, but I would say the TARDIS.
Nice.
Because, I mean, you have the doors open and it's, of course, bigger on the inside. And I don't think anybody's ever done a Doctor Who float. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, and the TARDIS definitely counts as a character. If anything, it's like the longest running character on the entire show.
That's
And
true.
it certainly has, like, it's a sentient being. It has a soul, and it even talked to Matt Smith in one episode. So, yeah, that's an awesome choice.
Thank you. But
All right.
other than
Well,
that-
thank you so much for joining us. Did you have anything you wanted to plug or your Twitter if anybody wants to talk to you, anything like that?
Yeah, you can catch me on YouTube. Just look up Megan Gregory. I have the dragon from Lord of the Rings, Smaug, the eye. And then you can catch me on Twitter, WickedHorse145. That's about it.
Very cool. We'll have
Wicked
to.
Horse. That sounds like something you.
And I love Smog. Yeah, so we'll have to follow her page too.
Yeah, I just typed it in to make sure I remembered. Megan. Have a great night.
Thank you, guys. See you later.
Bye.
A Dalek float. That's a bad idea. Yes.
I think we have Sam up next. So you want to drop the link for Sam?
Yeah.
I saw that people were shouting out their houses. You want to get some of those going?
Uh,
Tom is a Ravenclaw,
And so is Corey, and so
I'm a
is
Slytherin,
Twin.
also a Slytherin.
Corey also has nipples.
Dell is a Hufflepuff. I know that one.
Cusco is a Hufflepuff.
Chase is a Hufflepuff. Corey says he's a Ravenclaw. I think that might
Cusco
be-
called Megan a Slytherin, which is not an insult.
It is not.
Hey,
Eric,
buddy.
Eric is asking where he is on the list. You have a couple people in front of you, buddy. You got Chase, TJ, and then you.
Yeah, and Chase, if you're not interested in calling, just let us know so we can.
And TJ.
And TJ.
What's up, Sam?
Hey, people. What's going on?
Hey, buddy.
Nothing much. I'd ask how your Thanksgiving was, but I would guess that it was just another day for you.
How was last Thursday? Last Thursday was actually pretty good.
Nice. Why was it good?
Possibly cannot go into these reasons in a public setting.
Oh, hi-oh. I said a bang, bang,
bangity
bangity
bang.
bang.
I said a bang, bang, bangity bang, 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 bang.
So, which TV or movie family's Thanksgiving festivities would you want to be a part of?
I've picked the TV series Hannibal. I want to be at
Okay.
Hannibal's table at Thanksgiving because whenever I used to watch that show, I'd always get hungry because that food looked amazing. I don't care if it's people.
You don't care if it's people?
I just got to make sure I'm not rude so I don't end up on the table.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, that's certainly an out-of-the-box choice.
And there's also the reason I want to be part of the family while Abigail was still part of the family because I had a crush on her while I was watching season 1.
Nice. Yeah, season 1 was so good. I liked season 2 still.
That's why I hang out with all those dogs.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving scene from TV or film?
Well, Jack already stole my answer, which is Pugsley singing "Eat Me" as a turkey. You can't beat that. That's amazing. So I've gone with the scene from the OC, from the Homecoming episode, where we find out that Ryan was Snoopy in his high school play.
Nice. I would not take you for an OC guy, but I used to watch OC as well.
Hey, I was all about the OC. That was back in the day. I watched it when it came out, and then I had a long-distance relationship at the time, so me and my girlfriend both watched it, and then we'd call each other. We called each other twice a week, and so I'd call her after the OC every Tuesday.
That's cute. I was such a Seth and Summer shipper, and Seth is such a babe forever.
Well, I bring up the Homecoming episode because I was more Team Anna. I loved Anna. She was my favorite.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I don't think anyone else will say that answer, so that's awesome. See, Eric Monroe loved the OC as well, at least the first season, he says. Okay, if you were driving for a long road trip for Thanksgiving, what character would you like as a driving buddy?
See, I was going to go dark again with this one and say because I think it's in 2 weeks it comes out, the new season of Wolf Creek here in Australia, which is an amazing show. I don't think you guys get it over there. I'm not sure. But so I was going to say Mick Taylor purely because then he probably wouldn't kill me if I was with him. But then I thought about it, he'd probably kill his road trip buddy. So I've gone with Mary Poppins.
Nice. So totally a switcheroo on that one.
Yeah, we had to switch it up a bit because it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes the sun shine bright.
What do you think about this Mary Poppins, like Emily Blunt remake that's going down?
I'm still not sure. I don't like the idea because, as we know, that's one of my top 3 favorite movies of all time, and part of the reason behind my nickname and everything on Twitter. So I'm unsure how I feel about it. I didn't go and see the stage production when it came to Australia purely because Julie Andrews is my Mary Poppins. So I don't know. I'll probably watch it,
Let's rephrase
but I don't know if I'll
the
like
question. They have to make a Mary Poppins remake. Do you think that Emily Blunt is a good choice for Mary Poppins?
Well, I like Emily Blunt, but I'll have to wait until I see it to see my opinions and thoughts on it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would love for her to pull it off though, because then you're Mary Poppins and you're the Full Metal bitch. Like that's some range right there.
Well, I mean, Mary Poppins was also Yondu, so.
Get out of here. All right, one more question for tonight. What pop culture character deserves a float or balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
See, once again, I don't understand this whole Macy's Day Parade thing, and I don't know what are floats or have been floats. The only thing I know that sort of half relates is I'm going to go with Billy Joe from Green Day, because he had the song Macy's Day Parade.
It's just him tied to a bunch of balloons. And he's floating.
I like how
Singing
Sam's like,
Macy's
that's the
Day
only
Parade.
time. That's the only time I've heard Macy's Parade, so I'm just gonna put those two together. Really, just a huge parade with like all kinds of floats and huge balloons of like different characters and stuff, and like marching bands and all kinds of crap.
Goo Goo Dolls.
Goo Goo Dolls.
They were there this year. They made like 20 posts about it. I'm like, Goo Goo Dolls. I didn't even remember I followed you on Facebook, but now I regret it. Calm down, Goo Goo Dolls.
So yeah, that's all the questions.
But yeah, otherwise, if I was going to go with like a cartoon type character, I'll probably go Tintin, because Tintin doesn't get enough love.
Nice. I know you're a big fan.
For sure.
Did you have anything you wanted to plug?
Once again, we'll leave that question out of live broadcasts.
Bang, bang, bangity bang, instead of bang, bang, bangity bang, 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 bang. Where can people talk to you on Twitter?
At Sis Mary Elephant, I actually remembered it this time. It's the first of everything.
Well, be sure to send Sam a digital email.
I actually got an email yesterday. It was weird. Someone asked me for my email address and then sent me emails. I was like, since when does this happen anymore?
Oh yeah, that's funny. Sorry, Tom. Something happened. Tom's making a mess over here. All right, well, thank you, Sam, for coming by. As usual, we appreciate it. We know that the time zones are funny over there with us and them.
Well, that's all right. Considering I've got not much going on these days, I can lie around at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and chat to you guys.
Sorry, I'm just making a mess with these napkins, making noise. This is ASMR now.
This doesn't look sus at all after our previous conversation.
Bang, bang, bang. All right, well, we've driven that joke to the ground. I hope you have a great day, Sam, since it's Australia and it is not nighttime there.
Nope. See you guys.
Later.
Adios.
Thank you. So what just happened was there was melted candle wax, and Tom put his hot coffee onto the melted candle wax and then put the coffee cup on his lap and got candle wax on his leg. So that's what we were dealing with.
Still not sure it was candle wax, but I don't know what else.
That was candle wax that was right there. It's definitely candle wax. So up next we have TJ, if TJ is still around. TJ, let us know in the chat. If not, we have Eric Monroe, and that's the last person I have listed as a caller. So if anyone else wants to call in, let us know in the chat, and if not, we're just going to have an insanely short OSP tonight. But it's Thanksgiving, and obviously it's an American holiday, so some of our overseas people, other than Sam, aren't as familiar or don't care about Thanksgiving.
Morgan.
And some people aren't too familiar with some of the Thanksgiving shows in particular, so it's fine with the short night. I had fun doing this one.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. And we got to meet some new people, which is great.
Yeah, that was nice.
All right, so I'm gonna send the link there. Oh, because the link's in the chat. Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not much, chilling. talking about some Thanksgiving.
It was
How was
pretty
yours?
good. We actually, for the first time, we went out to eat, which I know a lot of people do on Thanksgiving. So it was
That's less work for sure.
yeah, so it was like a different experience. So obviously you had a restaurant do all the work, and we just kind of hung around and enjoyed each other's company for the first time. My stepdad would not let any cell phones at the table. He was pretty strict about that, and just like eye to eye. It was pretty cool.
Nice. Did you have like traditional Thanksgiving fare, or did you eat something different?
No, they had the whole like you could get like your turkey, but like every restaurant when you go out goes like falls to the wall with their turkey and goes like non-traditional, and it's like really different. So I went actually the opposite. I went fried fish platter, and I just went like fried flounder, scallop, shrimp, the whole nine. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Chinese food on Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what my family does too. Chinese food on Christmas, and then go to the movies because that's like all that's open.
Yeah,
basically.
we made the decision this year because we went out to eat for Thanksgiving. My stepdad wants to do order the Chinese food Christmas Eve night because everything's normally closed on Christmas around here, and then we're just gonna reheat and just like watch a bunch of movies. We do Lord of the Rings on Thanksgiving. That's like a marathon we always do. Fellowship to Return, and then for Christmas we do the Christmas Story Christmas Eve. A Christmas Day, it's everything from weird movies like Great Outdoors. It's like really off the wall kind of Christmas movies, but we like to go old 80s comedy and stuff like that.
Nice.
That was pretty
Very
cool.
Well, I'm looking forward to your answers to these questions.
Yes.
Yeah, so question 1 is, what TV or movie family's Thanksgiving festivities would you want to be a part of?
I'm gonna take a shot at Brian because he said that everyone's a little young here watching this, but I like to think a lot of you watch Roseanne or know Roseanne a little bit, and I would love to hang out with them because it's it's very non-traditional, non-nuclear family. It makes me feel like actually like my family. Like, there's the bickering and the fighting, but you know that everyone cares about each other. There's none of that like you can throw shots at each other, but nothing too deep to where you're gonna. I mean, you might send Becky off the table because she's very sensitive, but stuff like that. Like I would love to hang out with them, and just like kind of get into a normal, real family like environment other than my own.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Ashley's backing you up in the chat there.
And I know families like that dynamic
Yes.
in real life, and I've always like admired them. So for sure.
And if not them, I'd probably go with the Banks. Or even, probably the Banks from Fresh Prince.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite Thanksgiving scene from TV or film?
I don't know if this is Thanksgiving, but it's like obviously it's plane, trains, automobiles, and Lord of the Rings just for me is a very Thanksgiving thing. But I don't know if this is Thanksgiving, but it's just in my head all the time when I think of turkey. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. The very last scene with the Zelinskys and the Thompsons getting together. I don't know if it's Thanksgiving, but they have the giant turkey. And then you have the son has like the revolution about like, French kissing in French class and like goes off the list. So like that scene with those two like families that are complete opposites coming together over a giant turkey is one of those ones that's always been stuck in my head no matter what.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thanksgiving though.
I haven't watched that movie in forever. That's a watch. All right, question 3 is, if you were driving out of state for Thanksgiving, what character would you like as a driving buddy?
So I'm gonna combine question 3 and question 4, and it's gonna be a lovely little traveling tale between me and a fine feathered friend that Janine just did an amazing picture of. It's gonna be me and Howard the Duck. We're gonna be traveling from Cleveland to New York because that's where he lands, in Cleveland, and we're gonna take a nice little road trip from Cleveland, New York. I think it's like 6 hours, and we're gonna be going to his float introduction for the Macy's Day Parade. So you have Leah Thompson there. You'll have who else is in that movie? Oh, George Lucas produced the movie, so George Lucas will be there, which is pretty cool. And then the guy from Shawshank Redemption is Tim Robbins. Tim Robbins will be there. So yeah, that'll be
Seth Green. Howard the Duck. We're going.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like a nice little intro to do the voice and all that stuff. So that'd be awesome. So me and Howard will get together, and he seems like a nice regular guy. He just likes to hang out. He seems very like out of place being here, but he also seems like someone that just you might run into and just an everyday person. So I like to just get in the car with him, hear about his hometown and what he did there. Oh, and also he's musically inclined. So he might have like, you know, a couple CDs of his band back in the day. I think they're like Howard and the Heartbreakers or something like that. So if we get a couple of those CDs going, it'd be a good road trip.
Dub says Howard is Marvel's Droopy.
That's fine with me, because you know what?
No, it's fun.
Howard's your everyday man. Droopy's your everyday man. It makes you feel like you could be a part of those worlds.
For sure.
If you were a duck or a dog.
Well, thanks for your support as usual.
Always.
And for calling in.
Yes.
Did you have anything you wanted to plug?
Yeah. If anyone wants to talk to me, you guys can find me at TJ Dex at TJ Dex on Twitter. Next week you have the Game Begrudge Championship. I will be fact checking along with Cal judging, and I may or might not ruin someone's championship reign for a couple minutes or just fail completely. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'll have fun fighting you. It'll be good.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a good time. And I'm not fighting, but I might.
Well, no. He has the opportunity to jump in.
Yeah,
but he can only do that if Mac wins because he's holding the belt.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly now it's whoever wins, but I don't know if that was cleared with either of the winners. Yeah, so.
Halfway, was this fan friction?
Yeah, so we'll see. So I might just come in there and, you know, get you guys where you're tired, or I might just let it fly and I'll come in another time.
Well, if anyone's gonna dethrone me from nothing, I hope it's you.
I appreciate that, and you know, nothing against everybody else, but I know I was saying for Mac earlier, but to be honest, I'm pulling for you.
I see you. All right, man. Have a great night.
You guys too, guys. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
So I think our last caller tonight is going to be Eric Monroe. So we're going to finish up with back-to-back gingers.
Back-to-back gingers.
That's the closest you're going to get to your Weasleys for Thanksgiving then. Delay in the chat. So that link is for you, Eric, whenever you're ready.
I'm not fighting you. You're fighting me. I'll be writing some dialogue for combat.
Oh, apparently the design that Janine did was a silhouette of TJ walking into the sunset with Howard the Duck.
Aw.
Hey, Eric, how are ya?
Hey, what is up? I missed you guys.
Oh, the Hornets finally
Can you hear
got.
Yeah, you sound great.
Yes, I am back in the basement, out of the bathroom, and I'm very happy to be here.
It's nice to see you. I know you've
I'm
gone
cold, though.
with your sister's wedding, and now you're having some heat problems.
Yeah, the heater broke. It will be fixed tomorrow, but it's going to be a cold night. But, you know, we'll get through it. Don't worry. If we got through the wedding, we'll get through one cold night.
Was it a nice wedding? Did you have fun?
Oh, I had the time. It was open bar at the time of my life. I mean, I was dancing it up with all the girls. I was crying a little bit because I was so happy for my sister because I really love my new brother-in-law. I never had much family, like steady family besides my parents and my sister growing up, besides my grandpa who passed away in 2001. So now I feel like with my brother-in-law, I have a new family member. So it's just all really nice.
Well, yeah, that's awesome, and congratulations to her, Mazel Tov, and I'm glad that you had fun too.
Question one.
Oh, I have this Keeping Me Warm, my new mug.
Nice.
Which I love. It's my new favorite coffee mug.
I'm so glad everything
thank
made
you
it to you.
And thank you for the soap. I've been using the One True King soap first. I love the names of the soaps. When I saw the names, I was like, oh.
Handmade
so
just for
sweet.
you, buddy.
Yeah. My dad asked me, what are these? I'm like, they're my soap. Don't worry. It's not going to kill you.
Nice. All right. So which TV or movie family's Thanksgiving festivities would you want to be a part of?
All right, this is going to sound maybe a little weird, but I'm going to say the Munsters from the Munsters because I think it would be very, very interesting. I mean, I don't know what they would serve, Who knows if it would even be edible? But I think it'd be fun, fascinating, and a good time. As long as they don't serve me as a dinner, I think we would be all good.
I like that. That's
Yes,
a
I'll
fun
sit among
choice.
sisters.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving scene from TV or film?
So way back in season 1 of Full House, they have the first Thanksgiving episode. It's their first Thanksgiving without the mom who had died before the series ever started. Everything goes chaotic, turkey burns and stuff, but the scene that gets to me is when Danny picks up on his brother-in-law, who was it was his sister who died, that he's hurting really bad because he says to him, "I just forgot you spent more Thanksgivings with Pam than any of us," and they just bond and they comfort one another. And it's that kind of stuff that just, having an older sister myself, that gets to me, and I always love that scene of Uncle Jesse opening up about how much he misses his sister.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm getting choked up.
Yeah, he's emotional from the wedding tonight. That's what it is.
Yeah.
If you were driving out of state for Thanksgiving, what character would you like as a road trip buddy?
I'm gonna go with your boy, the Red Viper, because I think he'd be fun. I think he'd bring women. He could bring a boy for himself. That would be fine. I wouldn't care. And I think he'd be a good conversationalist. I think we'd have a good time. I was thinking of saying Daenerys, but if we pulled over to make out and stuff, I didn't want to have to deal for dragons and all that. So I'll say the Red Viper.
And Oberyn's the party guy, so he's good company if you're trying
exactly. He could do the drinking. I'll do the driving. We'll just have a great time.
And then when you get to where you're going, he's going to bring that Dornish wine with him.
Absolutely. We'll party it up.
Nice.
And hopefully not remember any of it.
And one more for you tonight. I wonder if he's going to go for the low-hanging fruit. What pop culture character deserves a float or balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
You know what I'm going to say, and I have to say it, because there's only one answer, and there's only one true king, and that is Stannis Baratheon. Please give me that Stannis float. Give me a throne behind him. I will die a happy man.
I have a
give
question.
Me a giant Stannis float.
So is the float his body, and then the balloon is his head?
It's all together. I didn't see any head leave a body, and it's funny you see. It's funny. Stephen Delane, who played Stannis, is going to be in a new movie called The Outlaw King about Robert the Bruce, and he's playing Edward I, King Edward I. They released stills of the production, and they showed Stephen Delane with this beautiful gold crown on, and it just broke my heart because he looks so good with the crown on, and
in the float,
I just wish it was like a Game of Thrones season.
Is he going to be wearing the Baratheon staghorn crown in your float?
Absolutely. I like the way you think. Of course, absolutely.
His float, and then
maybe some fire behind him.
Stop, he's just trying to
Shireen. Yes.
And then his wife's float.
Well, she could float away.
No, that's a balloon. That's a balloon.
Oh, okay. I hated Sillies. Yep. Yep, so Stannis Baratheon, the one true king, the one true answer. I had to say it because he's my favorite character in history pop culture.
Well, yours is a Fury.
So are you working on anything right now?
No, I'm just, I've been super busy. I haven't seen Justice League. I've seen so many opinions on it. My friends, my online friends, you guys, and I don't have one of my own because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Punisher yet. I know you did a recap show of that. I will watch it as soon as I get to Punisher. It's just a busy month. And, December with Hanukkah and Christmas. And it's going to be a busy month as well. But I will definitely try to make, always make OSP, especially on the themed shows, because my 1-year anniversary is coming up. First time I ever called in was the holiday episode last year. So
wow, that's awesome.
When you do the next holiday episode, I definitely it'll be like my 1-year celebration.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
I'm happy.
Well, I'm glad that you, other than the heat thing, that you've been having such a nice time recently, and we're really glad to see you back, buddy.
I love talking with you both. I'll see you guys on Twitter. Everyone in the chat, love you guys, and of course you can find me on Twitter at mmkoch200, and yes, and you can let me know what you think.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you soon.
Bye. Of course. Bye.
All right, and I think that's
You can eject me.
I'm just gonna wave till. All right, I think that's everybody. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined us tonight. And if you're watching this after the fact, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can reach me at OddShapePanel on Twitter.
You can reach me at Kimberbatch_OSP. And just because it's a Thanksgiving episode, we do want to say that we're thankful for each and every one of you guys. The show's doing awesome more and more every week, and we really appreciate all of you. Also, this Thursday, I'm going to be recording another Spacetime Rewind with Nolan Dean, and we're going to be doing the best 11th Doctor era Matt Smith moments. So that'll be coming out soon, and we're going to try to catch up with the 12th Doctor and maybe a Companions one before Christmas. Fingers crossed.
This week, tomorrow, we have a Mormo Zone, and the guest will be us. We're going to be hanging out with Mormo, talking about horror comics. We're also going to be talking about magic and magicians in media, as well as the using punk music in media. So it should be an hour of just some fun conversation. Come by and hang out. We are still looking for more guests for the Mormo Zone, so if you're interested in that, drop a line. You get to pick what we talk about, so it should be fun. Wednesday we have Encrypted Area 51. Cal already shouted that out, but that should be a good time, and that will be the first time all three of us, Justin, Cal, and I, will be on the entire podcast at the same time. So Justin is our new co-host for that show, and he did join me on last week's episode.
Justin, shout out. He's from Digital and Dice. Those guys are awesome. Check them out on YouTube if you have not, and you're into gaming of the board game and video game variety. They do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And they're awesome, and we love them. Especially Justin.
And potato chips. They're great with their potato chips.
Yeah, Lady Crass, shout out. Lady Crass. I saw her posting from Digital and Dice. I saw her posting pictures of Thanksgiving, and she was baking all these pies and then just cutting random slices out of the middle of the pies, like circular shaped ones, and then like just random bits.
She's
chaos.
Agent of chaos.
Some people just want to watch the world burn. She's one of them.
She's one of the good ones, though. One of the good people who wants to watch the world burn. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We'll see you soon, and thanks. Bye.